Morning, everyone. So I went out to San Antonio yesterday, uh, Thursday the 19th, I believe. It's the 19th? Yeah, I think today's the 20th. Anyways, I stopped by Cycle Gear to get me a new front tire for my Raider because this one's already worn out and it has a lot of cracks in it, dry rot. So it's time to change it out. I got a little over 46,000 miles on my bike. This is probably like my third front tire, I believe, in the time I've had it. So I'm gonna get to work on it. So one thing we need is a 6 millimeter, what do you call these, hex for the pinch bolt that we're gonna have to loosen up here. And then, since I don't have the correct tool for the axle, I went ahead and made my own. So this fits right in, and that'll break that loose for sure. Just have to use a couple of nuts to interlock here with each other to loosen it up. And I've always used the M888s from Metzler, but since they're a little hard to come by, I went with the Michelin Commander IIIs from, I got this one at Cycle Gear. It's a 120/70 R21. So we're gonna go with that tire. So let's get started. Now I'm not gonna take it all out, I'm just gonna loosen it up. So that's already loose. So this is all I need is 2 wrenches. This one's a 3/4, and then I'm just using the second one for leverage. And I had already broken it loose. So we'll get her out of there. Went ahead and put it up on the Harbor Freight jack that I bought a while back. It's been working fine. Apparently it had a recall, but it's been working. I believe the recall was on this little hydraulic jack, but it's working fine. Put this little block there just for support. I'm not gonna tie down the bike because I don't need it to be that high. I'm just removing the front tire, so I already got the safety pin on there, so this shouldn't move, and it's pretty stable. It's not going nowhere. So let's get this tire removed and I'll show you what I do. Normally I do it myself. I got my balancer, I got the bead breaker, and my spatulas are in there somewhere in my toolbox. But I'm gonna save some time since the honey wants to go to the casino in Kickapoo today. This shouldn't take that long. I already have it loose. I just gotta drop it, throw it in the truck, and I'm gonna take it to my local mom and pop bike shop. They'll change it out for about 35 bucks. Probably do the balancing too. And we'll come back and put it on. Once you remove your axle, what I do is I just try to keep the spacers on the sides that they belong. Just get a clean rag so you can drop your axle bolt and your spacers and put them on the side where they're gonna go, and we're all set. She's ready to come out. One thing I forgot to mention is once you have the tire down off the axle, you will have to remove one of the calipers with the 12 millimeter socket so you can roll it out. So we're good to go. Let's get her in the truck, go to our local tire shop, put her on, bring her back, and just reverse the process. Quick and easy. I put the caliper back onto the bike with just one bolt to hold it up. That way it's not just hanging on the hydraulic line. So good to go. The other thing I like to do before I take it into a local shop is I'll mark where the valve stem is at and the rotation of the tire. You can see on the old tire it has a rotation going that way, so I marked it on the tape. And on my new tire, where you want the valve stem to be and the rotation of the tire as well. That way. I used to take my tires to my local tire shop, and they would normally take care of me on swapping out my tires. They charged me like the $7.50, and then I just balance it at home and then slap it on. But one time, one of the owners of one of the tire shops was there. It's like, how's it fair for me? Because if you take it to your local motorcycle shop, they're gonna charge you like $160 to swap it out for you. I'm like, yeah, they will, because they have to charge their labor, and I take them the whole bike so they can do it. I'm just bringing you the rim to swap it out for me. You're not having to do any of the labor on the bike. So ever since then, I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna go to my local mom and pop motorcycle shops and just have them do it, balance it, and yeah, they'll charge me anywhere from $25 to $35 to swap it out and balance. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Made it out to my local mom and pop's bike shop, Joe Gregory. I called Johnny up. Johnny said his mechanic was off today, so Johnny Gregory, so I came to his brother's shop, Joe Gregory's motorcycle sales and service. So get this tire replaced and hopefully balanced here. These are the bikes they got right now for sale or trade. All right, so let's get this done. Joe Gregory's. Dang it. They have this beautiful VMAX, but it's already sold. It's a nice bike. Little mechanic special. Nothing that can't be fixed. That's a nice VMAX. Hey everyone. Just finished the oil change on Big Red. Took my tire to get mounted on the rim. So I'm just waiting for them to call me. I just finished up the oil change on Big Red. There's the old oil filter. I already put up all my old oil in its container. So we're done with the oil change. I'm just waiting for that front tire. So as soon as they call me, I'll go pick it up. I normally take it to a local tire shop, but the last time the owner was there and he's like, whoa, if you take it to a motorcycle shop, they charge you like $160. I'm like, yeah, but I'm taking the whole bike to them. I'm just bringing you the rim so you can swap it out for me, but the guys didn't want. So I'll take my business to another place, you know. I got no problem with that. So anyways, she's all ready. Fresh oil. Just need that front tire so I can mount it up. Take her out for a spin. So there it is. Just came to pick up my tire. My new tire on the rim here at Joe Gregory's. And came out to $30. Not too shabby. I normally do it at home myself, but trying to save some time, and I still had to do the oil change. Still had to do the oil change on Big Red, so we got it done. Now let's get home let's get home to install this. All right, later. All right, so we got the tire on the rim. We're gonna go ahead and install it and be done with it. And before I start, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the brake calipers a little bit, just so I don't have any issues trying to put the rim back in there. So I'm just gonna use this chisel just to spread the brakes open and spread the calipers open. That way I can get my discs in there. So let's get her done. All right, just about got it in. One thing I do is put a little bit of that high temperature wheel bearing grease on the shaft and on my spacers so they stay in place, and on the shaft because it makes it much easier to take on and off whenever you have to remove that front tire. So we're about done. I just got to tighten that shaft on there. All right, so the manual says 52 foot-pounds on the axle bolt and 17 on the pinch. 52 on the axle, 17 on the pinch. So let's set this up real quick. All right, guys, don't know if you can see it, but I have it at 52 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop her down to the ground. I got that as tight as I could with my wrench. So let's get her on the floor. All right, got her on the kickstand. So that's done. Let me bring this down. Tighten it back up. So we're done with that. She's all done. Washed her up. Nice and clean. She's ready for a ride. Ready for a ride. All right, catch you all later. The Raider is ready. Fresh oil, new tire. So hopefully we get the Raider Sunday, because tomorrow I'm gonna try and see if I can do my challenge. My 5 stops, about 600 miles on my Indian. So we'll see. Catch you all later.